welcome to the episode of DC on TV. We look at everything in the Arrowverse. But this week, since there is no Arrowverse, there is Wonder Woman. I'm Justin, and I'm going to give you my one-on-one review of Wonder Woman. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the movie is basically just Wonder Woman's origin story. You see her as a little girl growing up in the Amazons on her little secluded island, and she wants to be a warrior. She wants to fight for her island, I guess, or her people. Then this plane crashes in the middle of the water. She saves the guy who's stuck in it, and it's Chris Pine, Stephen Trevor, and he's getting chased by the Germans. The Germans have a battle on the beach on the island, and then Wonder Woman finds out about World War I. Stephen Trevor lets everyone on the island know about it, and she's like, we can't just let people be on war. Like, there's so much death, there's so much violence, yada yada. And she can't let that happen, so that's her job, she says. Like, that's what she was here for, to stop war. So she goes back with Chris Pines to Germany, she goes back with Chris Pines to London, then she fights in the war, and that's basically what the plot of the movie is, her fighting in World War I. I think DC hasn't had a good track record lately. Suicide Squad was really bad, I thought. Theatrical version of Batman v Superman was a little too long, too much going on. And Man of Steel I really liked. I thought it was a really good movie. But this one, way better than all three of those. I really liked the one thing that this movie did different was the fact that it really showed war. Like, I compare this one to Captain America, but I'm not a big fan of Captain America, the first Avenger. These movies are pretty similar as far as because they're about war, but man, this does a way better job. This actually gives you a fight scene with Wonder Woman fighting in a war, like taking out German soldiers, and it's amazing. The other thing too is I feel like this is one of the first ever superhero movies where everyone really had heartfelt emotion in what they were trying to achieve. This movie does a really good job of showing the perils of war and how bad it is and the death and all that stuff, all the bad things. You see Wonder Woman, she really cares for the people that are hurt. Like, she wants to help everyone. Like, I don't really think we've seen a superhero who just sees all the badness or like all the evil and death and horrible things around her and is just like, wow, I need to help these people. And it's up to Stephen Trevor and his version of the Howling Commandos to like have her be like, this isn't the main battle, like, you're supposed to keep going, like, we can't help these people. If you want to help these people, you can't stop and help them. You have to go on and stop the war so that these people can be helped. I think the only bad thing I would say about this, the CG isn't that great, which is surprising to me since this is a Warner Brothers movie. This isn't, like, I would say Iron Man 1 probably has better graphics than some of this, and that's Marvel on their own. That was 9 years ago now. But this one, there were some iffy graphics, but that's just a nitpick. But I think it kind of loses a little steam towards the third act. Third act becomes very CG, very monster, very almost close to Light in the Sky that we get from all these blockbuster beam light in the sky endings, finales. So it lost me a little bit towards the end, but everything else, character-wise, it's great. Like, and then I would say, even though I was a little off a bit with the ending of it, as far as graphics-wise, or how it was just this movie is very small. Like, it's just about war. I mean, it's hard to say it's small because it's about World War I, but like the action set pieces is just a super strong woman fighting soldiers. That's what it is. And then the fact that it goes bigger than that, like, it kind of took me out of it. But what I liked is that they grounded what her battle was at the end. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's more of fighting about her moral compass, and that's a lot of things I like too. Going back to what I said about how it's all about their mission and what they're trying to achieve. The movie is a lot about morals. Stephen Trevor gives her a lot of good speeches about morals, and she has great morals as well. Wonder Woman, she's always just about helping people, and she's not trusting of men because she's never been around men, and it's just about learning to trust other people and learning to do what you think is best. I think one of the best things about this movie is the morals and the things that this movie tries teaching you, and about, you know, there's a lot of good speeches about how it's not about what's right or wrong, it's about what you believe is right or wrong. Like, there is no, you can't let somebody tell you what's right and what's wrong. You have to see the situation yourself and come out with your own opinion of it. And a lot of things about, like, you know, just because you see something bad and you don't do anything about it, what does that mean? Like, if you don't like something, don't just say it and just sit on the sidelines. Go out there and do something about it. And so I like that a lot, and Wonder Woman's very about that. Like, hey, you shouldn't be doing this. That's the whole movie, is basically them telling her, Wonder Woman, you can't do this, and she says, why not? I will show you I can. And that's great. I think that was really awesome that we get that out of our first female-led superhero movie, and I hope that there's many more to come out of this. So this easily best DC movie, and even the opening graphic for the new DC logo looks amazing. I even say pretty much better than Marvel's. I mean, it's kind of hard to compare DC to anything else, where it's kind of hard to to judge DC on its own because Marvel's, you know, one-on-one with it pretty much. But this was, I think, DC's best film. That I would put Man of Steel, then Batman v Superman, then Suicide Squad. Let us know what you think down below in the comments. Give us a like. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll be back next week with DC stuff that is actually on TV and not in the movies. But that's just what we thought this week. If you're going to go see it, I definitely recommend you seeing it this weekend. Let us know what you thought of it when you see it. Let us know how you rank it in the DCEU, DC Extended Universe. And don't forget to check out First Time Viewings, our other YouTube channel, where Pablo will be giving his review of Wonder Woman, where it'll probably be negative, because that's the only thing he probably has to say. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what he says of this. Yeah, Pablo, try finding something negative in this movie. I found 2 things, and one was a nitpick. That's just personally me. That's been DC on TV. We will DC you later.